Hi, I'm John Graham-Cumming. I'm the author of the Geek Atlas. If you wander off the beaten track a bit in New Jersey, you might find yourself looking at a gigantic horn-shaped antenna by the side of the road. It's actually near a place called Holmdel in New Jersey, which is quite close to where the old Bell Labs was. This antenna was built in 1959 as part of something called Project Echo. Before there were communication satellites, the US wanted to understand whether it would be possible to transmit radio signals through space. So what they did was they put a large balloon in space, shot up on a rocket, a silvery reflective balloon, which expanded there, and then they sent a radio signal up to the balloon, which bounced off, and they picked it up somewhere else. Hence Project Echo. It was a very, very simple satellite, nothing other than a balloon. And this horn antenna was part of that. Well, after Project Echo and Echo 2 were complete, and we began to get to the era of actually electronic satellites, this horn antenna was converted to do radio astronomy. The nice thing about it is it can be directed in any part of the sky. It rotates around and on its own axis, so it was very good for doing radio astronomy. And it's also very directional because of its shape. You can point it precisely. Well, two scientists working on it were converting it from this Project Echo to radio astronomy. And one of the things they wanted to do was eliminate any noise that was present, because you're listening to a radio signal coming from a distant galaxy. You want to get rid of any background noise. And so they did that. They did things like cooling the receiver using liquid nitrogen so it was close to absolute zero. They went into the actual physical antenna and covered over all the rivets with special reflective tape to make sure there were no bumps. They chased away a whole lot of pigeons that had been living there and making droppings all over the place, so it was absolutely perfect. But they could not eliminate this noise. There was some noise. And then they tried pointing the antenna at different parts of the sky because they were worried that it might be coming from New York, which was not very far away. But they got the same noise wherever they pointed. And what it transpired was that this noise had actually been predicted as an indicator of the Big Bang. After the Big Bang occurred, there were photons everywhere in the galaxy, and given the length of time since the Big Bang, those photons have slowed, and they are now equivalent to, they are microwave radiation at a particular wavelength. And it had been predicted we should be able to receive this. And in fact, these two guys had accidentally stumbled upon this proof of the Big Bang. They were listening to the remnants of the Big Bang. And this is called the cosmic microwave background radiation. And as a result, they ended up winning the Nobel Prize for having made this quite tremendous discovery, accidentally, completely. They wanted to do some other sorts of radio astronomy. Today, it's a National Historic Monument in the US. It's right by the side of the road. You're free just to park your car there and go and take a look at where we understood a lot about the origins of the Big Bang and the galaxy itself and the universe. The interesting thing is, since then, we've put satellites in space and probes which have also looked at the cosmic microwave background. And we've discovered that it's not completely uniform. And so scientists are now looking at this non-uniformity as a way of looking backwards at the Big Bang and saying, okay, what must the Big Bang have been like in order for the radiation to be distributed in this way around the galaxy? And in the book, in the Geek Atlas, it's actually a picture of the entire universe mapped just by looking at this microwave radiation to see where it's more intense or less intense. So, go get the Geek Atlas, go take a look at the horn antenna where we found out the Big Bang must be true. I'm John Graham-Cumming, the author of the Geek Atlas, a new travel book published by Array.